Welcome back to Magic Gathering Strat. Today we're playing Soul Sisters in Pauper. And I hope you have seen the Pauper walkthrough episode 4 special with Deluxeicoff, with the guy who built this deck. And he explains the deck in detail, so please check that out. It is probably the best content I have produced so far for Magic Gathering Strat. This is not a mulligan. We're playing against Damantanor, and he is mulliganing to 5, to 4, to 3. We are playing Soul Warden. He's pondering. He could still be on a lot of different blue decks, but I suspect Delver. Hopefully his mana problems are sorted out now. He Piracy Charmed Soul's Attendant, which seems like a good thing to do. Always yes, always yield, and F6. He is now having his mana problems. He will probably counterspell something. Think we will cast Soul's Attendant anyway. He might spell stutter it. No. 22-18. There's a Terramorphic Expanse. That is a little bit surprising. And now we can start to gain 4 life every turn from Sense Enlistment, as well as dudes. And there's 4 life for us. Always yes. Always yield. Yes. There we go. 26. And he conceded. Yep. Okay. I thought I was best 2 out of 3. Did he concede the whole match? Weird. Okay, ignore that match. Let's go on to the next. And we're now playing against Tangents. This is another decent draw, which we're happy with. The message from my opponent here, the game will begin in 3 seconds, was pretty weird. Is that something that automatically happens? I haven't never seen that before. Do bodyguard to protect the Skyfisher. And on the special about Soul Sisters, you can hear Deluxeicoff talking, saying very positive things about bodyguards. Are we up against White Weenie? We'll take the trade, but we don't get it. I think we're bouncing the land here. Next turn we can play Soul Warden Doom Traveler, and that will be quite good. Journey to Nowhere for the Skyfisher. Soul Warden. On Doom Traveler. All yield. and f6. So playing Soul Sisters against traditional white Weenie is interesting. I think Soul Sisters is favored. As Deluxeicoff said, there are many things that stop life gain in other formats, in modern, in standard, but there's nothing except flaring pain that really negates life gain. I'm gonna take that. And I'm gonna pledge here. Though if he doesn't care about that, we are in trouble, so really hope he blocks. And he does. But we are now hoping for a sense enlistment, being horribly flooded. Razor Golem will put a stop to most of our aggressive plans here. Skyfisher is pretty sweet. I could perhaps, yeah, I'll just take the Doomed Traveler to get extra life. And then play him again. So, do we care about Razor Golem? Not really. We'll just take the beating. Do we want the 1/1 flyer? I'm not sure we do yet. Because that might happen, and the 1/1 flyer isn't very good against them. Of course, Skyfisher is. And here it comes. That was a pretty brilliant top deck. He didn't want any more of that medicine. Okay, more Kithkin soldiers. Awesome Kithkin soldiers. Woohoo! That'll put us at 23. And it still doesn't have enough to block Skyfisher in the air. And we can just go on making stuff with Sense Enlistment. Prismatic strands for what? What color? White? Okay, so nobody takes any damage. Benevolent Bodyguard. Okay, this means we now have a wall of Kithkins. And it's now too late for Razor Golem to attack. So tempted to get another flyer. I might just block Razor Golem this time, but do I have to? Can he really be playing 3? Squadron Hawks, maybe one Squadron Hawk goes in his hand. So he has Prismatic Strands, which will of course protect his Golem here. So I am blocking with the Doomed Traveler. Because after all, he was a Doomed Traveler. So we are now at 14 to 24. And the Squadron Hawks are piling up. Righteous Charge would be pretty swell right now, but I don't think we're gonna need it. I'm playing Sense Enlistment again, and next turn I will consider playing the armor. Hopefully I will get something else. I don't have to waste my entire turn playing the armor. And I might even wait until I don't have any land cards in hand anymore. Because playing Sense Enlistment every turn is pretty strong. And there is Gordon Hawk number 4, who was hiding in his hand, as suspected. Benevolent Bodyguard. We are not calling Razor Golem yet. So, yeah, the Skyfisher is probably a good play here. So we start with armor. I'm a bit tempted to swing with everything now, as only Razor Golem can block them profitably. So here we go. Perfect time for prismatic strands, of course. But it has to be cast eventually. And then we'll finish with the Skyfisher. For a land. So that's it for our turn 9. Now it's turn 10. He is cycling, he's doing interesting. There's Guardian of the Guild Pact. Guardian of the Guild Pact is in the building. And he pretty much puts an end to the ground assault, I think. But I don't need no puny ground assault anymore, because I will now rule the air. Pretty significantly. So this is my air assault. I think he needs to take out the spirit now, because that's a pretty fair trade, and I think he's finding out that is the best option too. He's really thinking about this. And we are casting Sense Enlistment. World 29. And he has conceded. So what did we think about White Weenie? Obviously the Javelineers are useful. His prismatic strands can't be any good, can they? And what is not good? Doomed Traveler, Cathar. Yes, everything is so good. He doesn't have a lot of stuff for Bodyguard actually. So we'll move the Bodyguards out of the deck and the Javelineers into the deck. And let me know what you think about that. As you may have noted, Deluxeicoff was saying so many good things, so I stopped trying to bug him for exact sideboard decisions. The show was getting long, so we have to think for ourselves here. But I'm taking out bodyguard because he has so few spot removal spells. Only journeys. Now I need to play the Veteran's Armor before I play the Wardens, as he has the Javelineer. So I'm gonna do just that to protect my dear Wardens. If he has a journey, this will be a pain. Yep, here we go. Of course you can double Javelineer the Veteran Armor, but then the problem is gone anyway. Unmake. What costs 3 in a white Weenie deck? Razor Golem. Attended Knight. That's who costs 3. That's where we're at. Okay. I'm not falling for that. Because I am gonna get myself some lives. And I am gonna start with Mr. Future Priest. Am I? No, I'm gonna fill the world with sisters first. Happy sisters, loving sister. Okay, she's a sister too, but she's the weird sister that hurts people. First, the happy sisters, Soul Warden and Soul's Attendant. They're all through nice and happy girls, and not like Future Priest, who is a bitch. Okay, yep. Oh, they really wanted the Soul's Attendant dead. I suspect Skyfisher. I call Skyfisher. Veteran Armorer. Another creature enters the battlefield. What does that mean? It means life. I forgot the always yield, always yes. And it's a creature that brings more creatures. That's awesome. Always yes, always yield. But you are playing all these creatures, so you will not like Mr. Future Priest, who you don't see in too many white Weenie decks nowadays. But you are gonna see him, my friend. Her. The Future Priest is a girl. We figured that out. Then we gotta stick to it. We can't like invent new... Oh. We pledged quite a bit to the Guardians, so we will do the pledging thing. But first, let's play some creatures. Get 3 lives for each creature we play, and for each creature he plays, he loses. We gain 2 life and heal. Oh, that's a tough one. It's Guardian of the Guild Pact. Who we discussed in the show with Deluxeicoff, because he's no longer in Soul Sisters. Oh, it's my triggered ability, sorry. Always yes, always yield. So now we can only play 19 creatures more. He should be able to swing here for some damage with the Squadron Hawk and with the Attendant Knight, who is now 2-3, and his Veteran Armorer. Trading his Veteran Armor for one of my attendants looks like a pretty sweet deal, actually. I think I'm gonna take that. And get his creatures back to size. Loyal Cathar. And another always yes, Always yield. Guardian Guildpact stops the attacks quite efficiently. But he will tap out when he attacks at least. So let them swing. Is Guardian of Guildpact staying home? Yeah, it seems like he is. And he has that as 24. That's interesting. We'll just play that guy. And now we are ready to do a Guardian's Pledge attack. I think a pretty successful one at that. Do you have Guardian's Pledge? What is happening? Well, he has the Javelineer. I'm easily gonna sacrifice the Cathars. They are worth nothing. And they will be back. Tender Knight, that's 2 creatures. I doubt I can attack with Future Priest. Another Future Priest. No, I can't bring myself to attack with them. They will just hang back. I might attack with the Cathars next turn. $27.16. Of course we should be able to double block an Attended Knight here and kill him. That will take care of one of the Cathars, but the other one will kill your knight. Yes. So, now there is an opening for attacking. That guy spoils stuff. But on the other hand, you're punished for it. And we are at 28. Always yes, always yield. And there's a Future Priest. Okay, now this is getting interesting. So I think you can safely sit back and relax for a bit. The opportunity to attack is not really there yet, but with a single Skyfisher it will be. I'm gonna play the lands, because if we get another land we will be able to double pledge, and in case of double pledge we will just attack with everything. Because that should be quite good. He's got us at 29. Time for a Soul Warden. Always yes, always yield. And he has that as at 33. No! You are not allowed to do that. But I have a 3-1 advantage in the Future Priest battle. So I think I'm good. And here comes some stuff. Let's just accept it. Hope we draw the plane. No, we don't, but we draw the Skyfisher. And that's pretty sweet. All is yes. And we are returning Unhallowed Cathar. And playing him again. That felt kind of good. Okay, so now he needs to play his little flyers. And I am starting to think about attacking. But I really want that plane. So Skådenhawk is now coming over. That's unfortunate, because that must mean there is some trick involved. Is there some trick involved? Blocking that thing. Blocking Razor Golem. And he has given up. I'll try to find one more game with Soul Sisters. Alright, we are gonna play against Harrisves in the last match for Soul Sisters today. And that's one land, that's a keeper! In the sweet forgiving world of monocolored decks. Soul Warden. I hear one of the weaknesses of this deck is Ulamog's Crusher, actually. It's the Hexproof deck. That will give us reason to try out the sideboard tech, Patrician Scorn. That will be fantastic. Okay, I want to play the Future Priest, but I have no real reason for that. Loyal Cathar must be a stronger card to play. I want to get as much power as possible on the board and rush the Hexproof deck. So no big monster yet. But he chose red for Utopia Sprawl. That's not really what I expected. So we should fear Pyrokinesis. Electrickery. I'm gonna play Soul's Attendant and Loyal Cathar. As much power on the board as possible. And just try to overrun him. And I'm not at all sure he's a hexproof deck anymore. He could be anything. Land destruction deck. Yeah, there's Blastoderm. Hello, Blastoderm. Well, he won't be around for long. So why not just make sure that we really die on Electrickery? We are at 30. It's tempting to attack, but we'll just hang out here and wait. We get 4 lives if we die against the Blastoderm. So I think the Cathars should attack. Hmm. 5 more cards in his hand. What is he up to? I'll take 5. Could it be another? No, it's a Sentinel Spider. That's not what I expected at all. Now I would really like my Righteous Charge. I'm not in immediate danger because I have 29 lives. So what if we attack with everything here? What will he do? Will he just take it? Or kill a warden and take 6? I think we should attack. I could hold Suture Priest back, and I probably will. The Righteous Charge would almost be lethal here. It would be lethal. Would it? Yeah, it would be way above lethal. Some reason he blocked the Cathar. That was good because that was what we wanted. And here is again. And we gain 4 life. Always yes, always yield. What am I playing against? He's still quite aggressive. I like it. I'll let him beat me down to 24. Aurochs Herd. Yep. Cool. I call them like I see them. Now we are in the situation that the Righteous Charge is again lethal. He hates my life gain. Doom Traveler. Well, I think we should just swing for it here. Because Doom Traveler actually means that we now can finish the game. Oh, of course, yeah, Sentinel Spider. But at least we score some points. He has a substantial amount of power on the board. And he doesn't like the 2 power creatures. He didn't block with... What happened there? Oh, he killed the Suture Priest. And he's now at 4. So if he attacks with everything, he goes down to 1 later. Another Auroch, perhaps? Perchance? Yes. Maybe I shouldn't have attacked with Suture Priest, I'm not sure. There is a lot of power on the other side of the board here. He is getting quite scared though. And Righteous Charge is still lethal. Except that it's called Guardian's Pledge. And here it is. It's not lethal. What am I talking about? Let's not do anything. Now it's lethal. Except that another Aurochs Herd will show up. And I should have kept that Future Priest at home. And the spider is doing its dirty work. And I suspect Aurochs Herd. So against these enemies, maybe Prismatic Strands is the way to go. It doesn't look like he's very vulnerable to Scorn, as this is the only enchantment I've seen. So it's mainly about playing huge guys and winning through that. And I think we are quite capable of handling that. Though never let Future Priest go. This is an interesting card. And then we can be lethal next turn, which is nice. But he has another Aurochs Herd, so that won't change much. I think I should be able to get through here. Well, taking some damage, I'm down to 27. But I'm not sure I can get through all this. What is he gonna get? What is he gonna get? Triangle Golem. Okay. Well, where are my Skyfishers? And this time I'm not gonna let you die, Future Priest. I promise you. Did he forget to attack me last turn? No, he played 2 creatures, so I gained 6 life. Hornet Sting won't work very well against Veteran Armorer. So he is welcome to bring that into his deck. 6. I have 7 guys, he has 6. I need him to play 1 creature, lose 1 life. That's about what I need. No, I need 1 more guy as well. Looks like a standoff. He is thinking hard. I know Deluxeicoff played the Soul Sisters in 2 dailies. Managed to lose against Alamog's Crusher. and some bad draws. I still think this deck has an excellent position in the metagame right now. Okay, will he now kill his Tangle Golem? Or what will he do? He's at 3. They are huge. But I should be able to squeeze him with Suture Priest enough. And if I hadn't let my old Suture Priest die, I would have been much better off. But now he's stuck at 9 creatures at the most, so I should be able to play more creatures than he has blockers. He has 5 cards in hand. The question is if he can get rid of his Tangle Golem in some way, and then gain life from that. His spider is pretty irritating. But here's Fierce Empath. Probably getting something which gain him life. Though I'm not sure what. Because the next creature is his last creature. We are now outnumbered. It's Alamog's Crusher. As advertised before, the Acid Moss doesn't do a lot. How much can he really attack for? He doesn't. Next turn he has Crusher mana. Oh, double pledge. And here is, ladies and gentlemen, Alamog's Crusher. Loyal Cathar and Doom Traveler are pretty good at being sacrificed. And that is his last creature in this game. We are at 41 lives. And all we need is one opening. Weird game of Magic. Yes, stopped attacking. Another land. So now we have the double. Though an attack should probably wait until Crusher has died. Or Crusher has attacked. Not died. So that should be pretty good, shouldn't it? So we're gonna take this, we're gonna sacrifice Loyal Cathar and Doom Traveler. Gonna get 6 lives. So we're sacrificing Loyal Cathar and Doom Traveler. Oh, gonna get 8 life. Exactly the damage he is doing. And then we're gonna attack with everything. And double right to charge it. Is there anything we can't beat on the other side? Not sure. Wish for a trample. He's got to block everything. And that should be his undoing. And everything is blocked. Of course there's a danger of moment piece. Which actually probably kills us. But the die is cast. There's now nothing we can do. And it worked. There was a substantial risk of moments piece there. So, Mr. Alamog, what are you up to now? You must attack. It's not what you want to do today. Yeah, I'm sacrificing some planes, yeah. See if I care. I have plenty of planes where that came from. And he's squeezed between a rock and a hard place. And we are 1-0. So, we're looking for prismatic strands here to stop the big alpha strikes. But they are not very effective at racing, and I think the way to victor here is to race him. On the air, in the ground. They can't provide any protection. No, I'm keeping the deck as is. Again. It's another one-lander. But I'm gonna keep it. Though this one it might be very hard. Arbor Elf. This one might actually be disastrous. I should not have kept this hand. If I had like 2 more 1-drops, you could argue for my decision, but now my decision to keep this hand looks like crap. I was on the draw. So that is of course important. But he is getting his mana engine going. And he kills my only land. That's also something you could have considered when keeping that hand. Now everything would have been fine had I not been so greedy. So what is the play next turn? It's gotta be Veteran Armor. In case I actually brought in Hornet's things. Blastoderm. Let's get the life game going. There's the elf coming to give me the beats. planes. I have a lucky bastard. And next turn I can start playing Cathars. I think. And even block with them. More blasted arms. Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna play Cathar, block with him, gain even more life, be happy, write a little song about it, do a little dance, gain some life. But can I weather the Blastoderm storm? I'll give it a try. Who is joining them now? He can get 2, 4... Oh, he can play Elamog. Tangle Golem! And someone else. He's emptying his hand, and I'm not. I think this could very well be his game. This should be his game, if ever there was a game that was his. It's this. If I attack with them and kill the Tangle Golems, does that do anything useful? Not really. I think the plan here is still to play Cathar again. And next turn play Future Priest Skyfisher or the reverse. Isn't one of them overdue now? No, they're still around. He's gonna hit me for 20. That's a lot. And there is the Acid Moss. But at least one Blastoderm is going away next turn. I do think this is the time I double block that guy. Take the beating. Gain a life. I go to 4. Now I need to do something spectacular. Well, they are attacking. And I am playing a Skyfisher. Returning Unhallowed Cathar to my hand. Playing that thing. And now I am in trouble. Can I weather the storm? Can I live? I want to live so badly. I think this is the day that Soul's attendant leaves us. And I just have to block. Another Tangle Golem. And I don't have a life gain effect anymore. So... can I even get out of this? No, I can't. So on to the last game. The elves are key for his deck, but the Javelineers only hit the elves, and that's just not good enough. So we are trying to play first here, and we get the a very nice opening here. I'm gonna go Soul Warden, Armorer, possible Pledge. That should do it. I'm 7 minutes ahead of him on the clock, and he plays a green monster deck. That's a bit surprising. Arbor Elf reminds me that I did not board in Acacian Javelineers. But now at least Soul Warden can swing with the armor. And then play 2 creatures and then attack with Pledge and 4 guys. That sounds good. This shouldn't be a roadblock creature right now. Maybe next turn. Maybe now. Acid Moss. But that means my beats are still on. And that's good. Now I have 5 power out. And now something should appear from his side. Probably a Tangle Golem. I call Tangle Golem. And there he is! Mr. Tangle Golem. And Mr. Tangle Golem number 2. And an Arbor. We're at 28. And given that it doesn't have a spider yet, I'm now gonna block with the Doom Travelers to get myself a couple of flyers that can hit for 12 points. Sorry, 6 points with a Pledge. As long as it doesn't play a spider now. It doesn't play Blasted Arm. So the race is on. Though is it much of a race at all? I've shown him that I'm willing to trade Armorer and Cathar, but this time I can even protect the Armorer with the Bodyguard, so blocking one of the Tangle Golems seems like a pretty good choice here. And I'm gonna do just that. But bodyguard can't protect against artifacts, of course. I knew that. It looks like he's running out of resources, but then he top stacks something significant. Another Blastoderm! And there we go. Five. 13 damage. One of us is going to die. But then we can do it again next turn. I so like that Blastoderm not attack, but he can kill me in 2 swings. So I think this is what we'll do. No block means a lot of damage. He really wants the Soul Warden dead. Guardian's Pledge! And we have him at 8. The elves are dead. He can hit me for 15. And then I can hit him for 9. So he is in pretty bad shape here. I see what you're thinking. You're thinking 10 and then 15 next turn. But I think that will be hard. So I'll attack with these two. I'll boost them next time. And there they also will have the Loyal Cathar dude with them. So I think we're good. We are now lethal. Unless he has Moment's Peace, in which case we die horribly. Is there an effect that gives him trample? Of course, Predator Strike and stuff, but I wouldn't suspect that. So I'm gonna block. Am I gonna block another one? Well, why not? And he's back. We have pledged to be guardians. Moment's Peace. Thank you for watching Magic Gathering Strat, playing Soul Sisters against 3 different decks. Some sort of not too good Delver deck against white Weenie and against green giant dudes. Thanks for watching. I'm Dan. You've been watching Soul Sisters in